So we're going over 3D printing, but there's a lot of design work that goes into what you're going to print. There's open source software that allow you to design files in 3D, these models that you can manipulate, change, do whatever, especially when it comes to printing for the purposes of 3D, of prototyping items. So here's some examples of, I'm sure you guys have already been looking at these or even been playing with them.
You can hold them or pass them around if you want.
Different types of 3D objects. But the first things first is you got to be able to design these elements. Anybody played with the Raspberry Pi yet? It's a MIDI computer, and the case is printed with a 3D printer. This is an example of two different colored filaments being extruded into the little cat. All right. So there are many resources. There are many resources that you can use to go ahead and pull down these 3D files and start printing them on your own, like Thingiverse.com, or going into the SketchUp 3D warehouse and manipulating the files there. Well, I'm here to tell you that you have to be thinking about 3D printing when you're designing your files. I learned this the hard way. If everybody takes a look at the championship belt up on the wall there, that was my project from last First Friday. We ran a hacking competition here, and the prize was, this is going to be the beholden championship belt that will be passed from organization, hackerspace, makerspace to makerspace based on who wins and how often we have it. So that'll be the prize. Once you lose your title, you hand the belt off to the next person. I had spent hours designing each and every single one of those plates, and while it looked awesome on my computer screen, right, I could manipulate it, I could spin it around, it all looked great. I passed him to Charles. Charles lost the front portion of his hair trying to figure out what the heck I did when I designed the files, because they would not print.
2 days before the event, he had to redesign them all from scratch.
Right. The reason why I was designing them to look aesthetically pleasing, but I wasn't thinking about the properties that go into modeling in 3D for these prototypes. I've gotten the hang of it, and that's what I want to share with you today.